with Coach Coiro at Grimsley High School, getting set for another football season. A little bit of a break in the action. Just got through a practice. Got a lot of administrative duties going on. Coach, exciting week. I mean, there's only like Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, then game time Friday coming up.
Yeah, good day today. Good week for us last week. Cautiously optimistic going into this week. Have had some good play from our kids up front on both sides of the ball, offensively and defensively. Back in the wing tee on offense, and we've run about 137 in two scrimmages, 137 plays per scrimmage, and less than 5 of those for negative yardage. So the kids are really doing a good job buying into the system. They've seeing that it fits our personnel and it works for them, and really has helped us out a bunch.
What do you think is going to make Grimsley a better team this year than say they were last year? I know you probably touched on that some already. What's going to make them a better team?
Age. Playing the young kids last year, was a blessing and a curse. And I think that as they've aged, as they've become more mature, we look at each other after our scrimmages, and you can see that what a weight training class in school does for a football program. It kind of is a great equalizer for our kids, especially our kids that play other sports. But really, it's just the age is going to be the big benefit for us this year. A lot of returning starters, a lot of kids that just are returning players. We should start 19 juniors this year and have some seniors that contribute on both sides of the ball as well. But the majority of those juniors also played for us last year as sophomores. So, they're juniors this year and they'll be seniors next year. And they've done a good job, and our seniors have really done a nice job with leadership roles and communication with the team, and just have done a fantastic job buying into the Grimsley program for over the past few years.
Starting to learn more about this as time goes on from our standpoint. The coaches usually tell us they're not as concerned as much about, say, the opponent as what you are with your team. You're concerned about making sure your guys do what you're supposed to do, but you got to think a little bit about Ragsdale and how do you stack up against them for Friday.
We're one of the most solid programs in the area, and Coach Norwood does a fantastic job over there, and has a fantastic coaching staff that's in the building with them, and really does a beautiful job with preparation and putting his kids in a position to make plays, and runs his scheme and does what he does offensively and defensively. But those kids are in a system and understand what he expects and understand how to perform to exceed his expectations. So stacking up this week should be it's a task for us, but we feel that we're much more prepared this year than we were last year.
And on the defense, who's in charge? I guess a lot of people are in different situations. I know their quarterback's good. I've seen him in scrimmages already, a couple of scrimmage workouts. Colson Herndon, their quarterback, very tough for Ragsdale. Whose responsibility is he when he comes around the corners and tucks it and runs? So he is a good running quarterback.
We're going to keep it simple for ourselves on defense and play our base stuff. And our kids have bought in, like our kids have bought in offensively to the wing tee. Our kids have bought into what we run as a defensive package. So our ability to, sit in what we do and put some pressure on them in different ways is kind of where we're going to go with. And, there's a multitude of weapons that he has over at Ragsdale between the two tailbacks and the receiver, the two receivers, and that Pantuso kid, number 20, that does a nice job for him.
Mm-hmm.
And the tight end defensive end is really a pretty impressive kid as well.
And you think about your team, we always stop and think about Jake Simpson, the quarterback has been around a couple of years now. How does this new offense, the change in offense, how does that affect what he does
honestly,
this year?
it's a blessing for Jake. It's really helped him out. It gives us the ability to put the ball in our 4 best playmakers' hands at any time, in any situation. And, Scott Johnston, Sadiq Watt, Jake Simpson, and Deshaun Jones have had great preseasons for us. Scotty Johnston's been impressive. Deshaun's been impressive in all the scrimmages. And we went into the scrimmage last week, and the beautiful part about what we did at New Bern Frank is all 4 of those kids were able to put the ball in the end zone for us. And that's our goal for what we're doing offensively, is spread the wealth.
It was a little different last year. The Jones kids saw the ball probably more than 50% of the time last year, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes, he sure did. And as our kids have physically gotten better and physically grown, it's allowed us to put in a lot more, more man blocking schemes instead of zone blocking schemes, which put them in the best position to make plays last year. We've done what will put them in the best position to make plays this year.
Saw a couple of coaches over there by the field house, Coach Edwards and Coach Loosemore. I know Coach Loosemore coming in from Eastern Guilford is going to be a big plus for you.
He's a huge help to us. 2 great coordinators that I have. Pat Neal on the defensive side of the ball, Scott Loosemore on the offensive side of the ball. Pat's a staple of Grimsley High School football for the past few years, and Scott's just been an excellent addition for us great with relationships with the kids and has done a good job with offensive scheme, and he and I have really hit it off on the right foot from the beginning, and kind of have built a great relationship and mentor each other more or less.
You think about it, teams should be better this year than they were last year. The experience, a little bit older than they were. The youth are getting a little bit older, but you think about the entire conference is still going to be pretty tough, though, top to bottom. You hadn't seen a lot of people drop off that much. Some teams have gotten better.
Not at all, and everybody will continue to get better. Dudley and Page and Smith will be better.
I'd say Southeast is the team that gets my attention.
Southeast is solid up front. They're going to do what they do. Fritz does a fantastic job. He's an excellent coach in the weight room, does a great job with his kids. And that track program, the way the track program in the spring and the ability for those kids to go out and compete, and the elite track program in the area really helps them out as well. And they're a team this year that should be in the top tier of the conference and really compete and make state playoffs and go pretty deep, I would think.
Damon Coiro with us, Grimsley Worley's head football coach. Going into the game this week in the season, what do you say is the strength of this team?
The strength of this team is how close they are. The relationship they have with each other. And I think that's the most beautiful thing we've done as a program over the past 3 years, is just watch our kids relationship-wise grow to love one another, no matter who they are, where they're from, what they do, what their parents' jobs are. It doesn't matter to our kids. They're one big family, and that's the strength of what we're going to do this year. The strength is going to be, one cohesive unit.
We don't reveal all these details, but again, you kind of look at it like this. There's always a couple of weaknesses. A weakness you want to really work on and shore up before you hit the field for good, for real on Friday.
I think we look at, defensively, we're still looking at our defensive back play. Continue to improve there. And offensively, it's just a matter of, in the new scheme, our young offensive linemen just making the right calls, getting things done, and continuing to grow. Special teams wise, we need to improve across the board from last year.
What's the schedule like the rest of the week? You got Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. You've got to give us a brief synopsis of the schedule.
We'll come in and we'll weight room tomorrow before practice. We'll go ahead and practice. Tomorrow evening. Wednesday, we'll lighten up a little bit. Tomorrow will be a full practice and full gear. Wednesday we'll lighten up a little bit, probably be in uppers. Thursday we'll go short with the JV guys, and then short with the varsity guys. I apologize, and then everybody will be there to support our JV Whirlies on Thursday night with Ragsdale. And Wednesday night is our big family dinner. We eat together here in our storm shelter outside as an entire program, and it's a big night for us, and it'll be kind of the culmination of the beginning of our program. So
we'll let you go tonight, because I know somebody's going to find you pretty quick. You've hidden yourself over here, so let's let you roll. Thanks, Coach, for the time. Good luck for the year.
Thank you, Andy. I appreciate it. Yes, sir.